almost a decade researching and designing the house, finding the location before we began construction. Federal law requires you to be 100 feet back from water. So we had to find the right section of land with water, in the city, but also something that had a pre-existing structure built into the water so we could claim the footprint and grandfather it in for what we wanted to build. We searched for a long time to find that parcel that would have that balance of privacy, all the features we wanted, and the convenience of being right here in the middle of everything. We even laid out several floor plans in the field using popsicle sticks and string so we could walk through them and see what we really liked. We had seen beautiful 1,000-year-old castles in Europe built down into the water, and we wanted something that could really stand the test of time like that. We began with super deep foundations of contiguous steel and pressurized concrete, and we over-engineered everything, every step of the way. From the pool pump room today, you can still look up and see some of those massive steel beams and the cement walls and the metal plating. I remember my general contractor jokingly said if there was ever an apocalypse or a natural disaster, this is the house that he would come to. The workers called the house the Rock. We then overlaid that foundation of cement and steel with thick stone and tumbled brick and flagstone on the deck. When we applied we applied that same attention to detail to everything inside the house as well. We used the best durable hardwoods like mahogany floors and cherry for the built-in cabinetry. A major theme for us throughout the design and build was to have something that would be extremely low maintenance over time. This guided our material selection, such as the use of engineered hardy plank rather than wood, a 100-year tile roof rather than shingles, stainless steel cable railings which avoid ever having to clean them like you would glass. It also didn't obstruct the views of the lake. They literally just disappear. We used industrial ceramic columns rather than using the plastic or wooden ones that the builder showed us. We chose Toto toilets throughout because of the galvanized piping in them. They're just impossible to stop up. The house has held up amazingly well, and my wife and I were just commenting the other day that we haven't had to replace or paint anything, even paint anything, on the exterior of the house since it was constructed. With a house this large, we wanted to make sure that it was as energy efficient as possible. Heat exchangers at the bottom of the lake provide the perfect conditions for geothermal heat pumps. So we start heating and cooling year-round at around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We also, in the pool room, used a Dectron system. You're heating the pool, but you're usually cooling the air. And so the byproduct of AC is heat. So we capture the heat from the AC system, and it's used to heat the pool in a very efficient way. The underground level is generally remains the same temperature year-round because of just the thickness of the materials and the fact that so much of the basement level is already underground that we rarely even turn on the thermostats down there. Most days in the summer, it can get hot in the summer, but there's usually a breeze coming off the lake, which is nice. The house uses 2 propane-fired tankless instant hot water heaters, and that's a very efficient way to provide heat to the house. It also has the added benefit that you never run out of hot water. A small recirculation tank is used just to keep hot water at all of the faucets and showers. We used double-paned thermal windows throughout the house and sliding doors. They have a solar tinting to them to help keep out the radiant heat, but we were careful not to get anything that would darken the view or the outside of the house. The glass wall in the family room is so thick, I'm told, that floor-to-ceiling wall, that it's actually bulletproof. I've never tested that. On the hottest days, the automated shades in the exterior back of the house can automatically come down when the weather is a certain way. They can lower down automatically. Those shades you can see through, which is really nice. So you can still see outside, and they don't darken the room, but yet they do provide privacy and sun blocking. I'm a technology person, so I insisted on state-of-the-art automation from the beginning. We originally had a custom system developed, over 2,000 lines of software, because there was nothing on the market that could achieve the level of automation that we wanted. A couple of years ago, commercial systems kind of caught up with what we had built, and so I did swap out for a Control4 system so that it could be maintained, by others. Everything that uses electricity in the house is pretty much automated. Lights, ceiling fans, thermostats, fireplaces, shades, security, the pool waterfall, TVs, media. You can control the house in lots of different ways. There are switches on the walls. There's also iPads in the room. You can use your cell phone. Mostly these days we use voice commands to the Alexa units, and we just say what we want to happen. You can say things like, Alexa, turn on the kitchen lights, or dim the kitchen lights to 20%, turn on the family room TV, Alexa, close the master shades, turn on the fireplace, set the thermostat to 73 degrees. You literally just tell the house what you want. If my wife gets hot while we're sleeping at night, I'll hear her sometimes say, Alexa, turn on the ceiling fan. Or you could just say, Alexa, it's hot in here, and the house will automatically lower the temperature 2 degrees. Even the kitchen faucet is automated so that it does the measuring for you when you're cooking. You can also combine commands into what's called scenes or routines. I've created a number of scenes already that you can keep or change. There's an entertainment scene that sets the lighting in the house and the music throughout the rooms the way we like it for maybe a dinner party. There's also one that we use every day called Good Night, and if you say, Alexa, good night, she will arm security, she'll turn off all the lights in the house, she'll lower the temperature in the bedroom, and I think a couple of other things. There are also some scenes that happen automatically just based on the time of year, the time of day. The system monitors sunset, and so when the sun sets, no matter what time of year it sets, that's when all the landscaping and internal nightlight circuits will turn on. You can have other things automatically programmed. You can have summer or winter scenes where it automatically cools your bedroom down before you, an hour before you go to bed. You can ask for a song and the house will play it, or you can say play it to the entire house and it will play it in every room of the house. The sprinkler systems are also automated to go with our no maintenance, set and forget kind of philosophy. The sprinkler system will look at the weather and decide the temperature and when it rained last, and decide whether it needs to run the circuit and for how long it needs to run it. It automatically also refills the water feature in the courtyard. You can write your own Alexa scripts if you want, just on your phone, or you can do them on the Control4 app, or you can call our automation vendor, New Wave Systems, and they will add scripts and make changes for you to default settings. A lot of times if they can just log in remotely and do it, they won't even charge you. I used to travel a lot, and security was important to my wife. The house is protected by all kinds of layers of security. There's portal sensors on the doors and windows. There are glass break sensors if glass is broken. If someone does get through the perimeter, there are motion sensors throughout the house, and of course cameras on the interior and common areas of the interior of the house constantly recording. We recently updated the cameras to night vision cameras, which just see amazingly well even in the pitch black. There's a wireless communication 24/7 with a security monitoring company, and we've accidentally set that off a few times and they call instantly. The one time we didn't, the police were here within 4 minutes, which I was pretty impressed with. There is kind of a panic room in the house too, hidden behind a bookcase that opens, and that is completely underground section of the house as well. The house has all kinds of sensors that are continuously monitored for smoke, heat, CO2, water leak, are some of the sensors that are monitored, and there's a history kept on all of those. There's a whole house generator in the yard with a 1,000-gallon propane tank that is buried in the field. I'm told that the house can continue to run as is for up to a month, completely off the grid. We like that independence, and we really like not paying city taxes. One of the things I love about this house is the attention that we spent on the lighting. I read a book on lighting and design and building, and it was really helpful. You'll notice that nearly all of the rooms have light coming in, natural sunlight coming in from 2 directions. It avoids that cave-like feeling. It really is different when you have natural light coming in from 2 angles. And we achieve that just about everywhere, of course, except the theater, where you don't want any windows or light coming in. Every room has that natural, light happiness feel to it. Artificial light was also really important to us. So we took great attention to the angle of spotlights and how wide the beams were, shining on different textures throughout the house. Lighting's amazing. Whether it's a bowl full of light or light escaping up through a pot full of water, the right kind of lighting can create almost a magical effect. We tried to make good use of both backlighting and reflected lighting in the house. This is especially nice in the bedrooms when you're laying on your back and looking up. There isn't light shining in your eyes. There's a lot of attention to detail. Reading lights are over some of the beds, and they crisscross so that if your partner wants to read and you don't, their reading light isn't shining in your eyes. There's a nightlight circuit. I laid out every circuit in this house and knew exactly what was on it. But the nightlight circuits run through each of the floors, and they come on automatically at sunset. So the house is never dark or difficult to navigate. And there's the nightlight presents itself in interesting ways throughout the house. Under cabinets, over cabinets. There are kick lights going down the steps. In the guest room upstairs, actually the sinks are clear and become the night light. And then, of course, inside the Soshi screens, in our Asian room. But the night light's interesting throughout the house. The house has been continuously updated, which includes the lights. It now uses all xenon and LED technologies for their tremendous cost effectiveness, and also the fact that you rarely ever have to change any kind of bulb. Consuming media and entertainment content. It's a big part of what we enjoy doing. Every room of the house was built with the best Klipsch in-wall speakers that I could find at the time. The stereo channels are placed pretty far apart in the house so that you get that separation of left and right. You'll hear some instruments here and some instruments over there. Larger rooms have subwoofers built into the ceilings to give the depth to the sound, but people have commented on how excellent the sound is throughout the house. Our TVs were recently upgraded, with the most watched TVs getting the ultra slim 4K Sonys. In the exercise room, it was a little bit different. We used these thick, rugged industrial monitors as the TVs, just to give it that gym feel that we wanted. And of course, you can see those TVs anywhere you're sitting in that room. You can select from all kinds of media sources, including TiVo, DVR, Roku, the house cameras, DVDs. You can even watch your home videos and pictures from a Plex server. So all of that's available from your tablet when you're looking at one of the TVs in the house. The pool room is probably my happy place. We used artificial trees to stay with our no maintenance philosophy. The room's well ventilated and we've never had any issues with moisture or mold. I love being able to open up the 3 8-foot wide door walls and kind of blur that line between the inside and the outside. It always amazes me to be able to sit there, even in the middle of the winter, in our hot tub and the lake is partially frozen, or swimming in the pool with snow out on the decks. Is just a really neat thing to do. There's so much that you can do in this house that we never get bored. Each morning my wife and I pick a different place to have our coffee and talk together. And no matter whether we choose this pub or the massage chairs or the pool swing, which is my favorite, or the courtyard or the balcony over the pool, I mean, there are no bad views. There's always something fun and interesting to look at. Before we built the house, I laid in the grass in the field when I was deciding on this particular piece of land, and I just looked up into those massive oak trees and the giant canopy there and the light coming through it, and that's when I decided that this was the spot for us. I still do that. Sometimes I lay on a raft in the pool and look up at the cupola there and just feel really fortunate and blessed to be relaxing here. This house was really designed for entertaining. We love to have events and parties here. We've had governors here and famous people here. And the first thing people do when they come in, they come across the lake and they see the house and they come in and they go, "You've got to give us a tour of the house." It never gets old. So we walk people around and show them kind of some of the unique features of the house. There's formal or informal dining in the dining room, out by the pool or out on the deck. There's a large shade there that you can, if it's hot, you can bring the shade out that completely covers the table. And there's plenty for guests to do here. It always evolves into something fun. We will be hitting golf balls into the lake. We'll be playing billiards or table tennis. We might play poker. We might end up in the theater doing some karaoke. We've even set up flags in the upper field and played par threes there. Some people have asked, aren't you worried about living this close, to the water where the boats actually, dock under the house? And I always say no. The engineers came in and they said that we needed a 2-foot diameter overflow drain and this lake would never flood. And of course, over engineering, as I did on everything, we put in a 4-foot diameter drain. And we're told no matter how hard it rains, the lake can't rise more than 2 inches. And that has been our experience the entire time we've lived. One of the things we love here is the wildlife. There's just so much to see, and different wildlife come in different times of year. There's a large crane, however, that lives here year-round. And we love to see the crane soar over the lake or down the driveway sometimes when you're pulling in. In all seasons, a few times each week, you're going to see deer. There's usually several of them together, just kind of walking around or grazing in the field. We often also see rabbits. Mallard ducks tend to have babies here each spring, and we kind of watch them grow up and fly away. Geese, there's a big owl that lives on the other side of the driveway. Occasionally we'll see birds of prey, but it's interesting. Then there's so much to do in the lake as far as the fishing goes. The lake was originally, I was told, a fish hatchery back in the 1930s, and it must be because the lake was so full of fish, and we've never stocked it or even done anything to it. But it's really easy to catch bass, catfish, carp, and several species of perch and sunfish. The catfish get up to around 25 pounds, so they're way fun to catch. You just put some cheese or a piece of chicken and bottom fish out there. We've eaten the bass. The fish are beautiful when you take them out of the lake, and if you want to clean them and eat them. It's amazing. I would not recommend eating the catfish though, but everything else is wonderful to eat right from the lake. My dad's happy place is fishing, so when the wind's still, we like to go out and do the fly fishing on the lake. There's also a bunch of turtles. There are 8 large koi on the lake that are in the 20-pound kind of category. My daughter named them all when she was little, and so they're combinations of red and white, black and orange. You only see them certain times of year when the water's at a certain temperature, but it's always a treat to see them when they're soaring just below the surface. They almost glow in the dark in the evening. We often throw our organic dinner scraps into the lake. That's all we do to the lake. It seems to be a self-sufficient ecosystem. It's really neat to catch fish right from the balconies, and we just throw a line over the side and start pulling fish in. Children especially love it because you tend to always catch something pretty quickly. We put a lot of thought we tried to put a lot of thought into each room of the house, even the guest rooms. We wanted them to have themes. So there's an Asian designed room, there's a French country master suite on the top floor. There's a kids room that has this fun miniature loft in it. The master guest suite upstairs has a private balcony, over the lake, also one over the pool so they can look down into the pool area. It's got a fireplace, mini fridge, coffee station, microwave, as well as a mini bar up there. We just want our guests to be super comfortable, have a little privacy up there, and just want to hang out for a while. We made the most use we could in the showers. We made them as large as we could because we didn't want to have to clean glass shower doors, and so we oversized the most used showers. The kitchen for us was a little bit of a design challenge. We didn't want to sacrifice the magnificent views of the lake or of the pool area. But at the same time, we wanted lots of cabinet space so we could hide appliances and just pull them out and use them and push them back in, things like that. So we achieved that by doing a couple of things. We moved the second refrigerator to the garage, which is just a few steps away from the kitchen, and we stuck with just one oven. We did put in an Avantium, which has the advantage of being a microwave or a second oven, and we found that really met our needs when we were cooking. You add a warming drawer and you're pretty much all set. We love having 2 dishwashers. If you've never had 2 dishwashers, that's the way to go. So there's never anything sitting in the sink. Sometimes when I set the table, I just take it right out of the dishwasher, and it's just a very efficient way to keep the kitchen clean. We found that the kitchen is where guests really love to hang out. And so we made it large. We put a large island in the middle. We put a large bar with deck stools, so if people want to hang out in the kitchen, they can. The central solid body machine in the gym was customized for us so that you can work out every single part of your body from that machine. It has multiple weight stacks so that multiple people can be working out at the same time and not have to wait for each other. No matter what piece of equipment you're using in the gym, you can still see your workout video, or whatever you're looking at on TV on the 2 big industrial monitors that are simulcast dual screen, so they show the exact same thing. We love the inclined treadmill. It's kind of like having a treadmill and a stepper all in one. There's also wireless earphone jacks in there. If you're on the treadmill, you can listen to any media source of the house through those headsets. We found that we have to keep our exercising fun and diverse so that we don't get bored and stop doing it. And there are so many fun ways to exercise and stay in shape here. You can run, you can box, you can swim, you can paddle the paddle boat around the lake a few times. You can go to one of the trails. In less than a mile, there are 2 great paved walking trails that we will often go out and walk. For us, Luxury living is finding that perfect combination of privacy and convenience. We love the privacy here. We never hear another person or another voice. But at the same time, we're right in the middle of everything. I mean, from our back decks, most of the year you can't see another house or anything. You feel like you're way out in the woods somewhere and you have this private lake, like a lodge in the mountains or something. But we are right in the middle of everything, and that's the convenience of it. We often walk to Starbucks or to Lowe's in the morning. It's less than a mile to a number of places, although we have the golf cart, and sometimes we'll take the golf cart. Our daughter used to walk to her middle school. Within 2 miles, there are dozens of restaurants, including our favorite poke bowl place, a movie theater, Trader Joe's, tennis courts, a dog park, all in less than in a mile or two of the house. It's also only 12 minutes to the RDU airport, which was really helpful for me when I was traveling for work. My favorite room is probably the theater. It has a 130-inch wide screen in it and 8-channel surround sound. Really good surround sound. The front chairs have the built-in butt blasters, so that you not only feel the subwoofer, the chairs actually vibrate if you turn that on. It's really fun when you're playing an Xbox game, a very immersive experience, because when your joystick shakes, the chair also shakes. You'll hear bullet shots in front of you, and you'll hear them ricochet behind you, and people just love coming over and playing video games here. We've had a number of Super Bowl parties in the theater and karaoke parties. The room is covered with custom sound panels, and so there's no echo or distortion. The sound just comes at you once and stops, which is exactly what you want from an acoustic perspective. We love to just sit down there sometimes at night with a glass of wine and listen to music in 7-channel surround. The room has a little stage at the front, which has been fun when people want to perform or do something. But the theater is just a fun room. The family room is where we tend to spend most of our time. There's always something to see outside of that giant glass wall. We knew that we wanted leather massage chairs in that room. We've had several different massage chairs, and hands down, these are the best massage chairs you can get. We had to think about that ahead of time to build outlets into the floor when we built the house so that they could set there. We also had them customized so that they can rotate all the way around. You can put your feet up on the fireplace mantle there, or you can spin back around, look at TV, or socialize with a group. We upgraded the sofa in that room. We originally had a custom Italian sofa, and it was beautiful, but it just wasn't very comfortable. And over time we decided that we wanted something really comfortable, and we replaced the sofa a couple of years ago. It's fully motorized, and it will stop in any position, which is super comfortable. We sometimes fall asleep sitting in there. But most of the furniture in the house was purchased or built for that particular location, so that it just fits and works with the house. The pub here is our fun spot for entertaining or having parties, or when I'm doing business and bring a guest down here. You can look out through the stone columns onto the lake, and it really has that British pub feel, like the ones we would visit in the UK. It contributes to that overall unique character, of the house. I wanted an underwater window from the pub looking kind of underwater into the pool, but the engineers talked me out of that for safety reasons. The solution I came up with was to put an underwater camera in the pool, then project that to the TV and have a big piece of plexiglass in front of it. And it did a pretty convincing illusion that you were looking underwater into the pool. We did take that out a few years back, but it's something that could be reconnected if you wanted. We are very health conscious people, and so we put the well down over 300 feet, or nearly 300 feet in the front of the house. The water's been is tested periodically. It was very good tasting water, but a little high in minerals. So we put in a whole house pelican system, and that removes those minerals. We upgraded. It was a salt system for water softening, but as soon as the saltless systems were available, I put one in. So again, back to that no maintenance house. We wanted it just to work and not have to lug in bags of salt periodically. The house automatically back flushes the filters as needed, so you don't have to do anything there much. There's also a hookup for an RV in the front yard that connects to the water and a 50 amp circuit. So if you like having an RV or having friends come and visit you, they've got a place to park and hook up. We like being self-sufficient, and we like being able to live off the grid if we need to. To me, a life of relaxation and luxury means kind of a set and forget way of living. And so we've done a good job, I think, in selecting vendors. I actually was an investor in a company called Canopy, and Canopy takes care of everything in our yard. Anything outside of the walls of our house, you just pay a monthly subscription and they take care of it. So it's cutting the grass, seeding, edging, picking up sticks if the wind blows too much, raking leaves, anything that needs to be done. The front yard and around the property just always looks great, and it's you set and forget. Same thing with our pool. We use Southeastern Pools, and they come in about once a month and clean the hot tub and the pool and balance the chemicals and do a great job for us, and they have for many years. You can leave the sliding glass doors open and lock the door coming in from the pool to the kitchen so that they can come and go, and yet your house is still locked in. The formal dining room was kind of strategically placed, so you've got that big oversized fireplace right there, but you've also got proximity to the grand piano. The 8-person table there and chairs were custom made in Italy and shipped over for us. The piano is a player piano. It actually can record what you play, and we have a number of recordings from various masters who the piano will just play itself, and it's the only way I know of to have a private dinner party and have the live music, but no one else here. The piano also has a full synthesizer built into it if you want, so that it can make any sound. It can have a full orchestra or big band accompaniment if you want, or it can just be the piano music. One of the things that I really like about the house is how much storage there is. Besides all the outside storage rooms, there are 2 massive walk-in attics, and we put wall-to-wall shelves up there so you can find what you're looking for, because it's spread out. There's plenty of room, and you can just walk around and rotate. My wife likes to rotate decorations in and out periodically and just keep the house looking fresh and new. I put my office on the 3rd floor so that it would be kind of away from what can be sometimes a noisier main floor here. I like to be able to see out over the courtyard if there's a package being delivered or I have a guest arriving. There's a fireproof safe built behind one of the pictures in the room. But it's been a great office and perch for me to work. I love the distinct seasons in North Carolina. The lake has many faces. I like that sometimes the lake just looks like a glass mirror reflecting fall colors, and other times in the summer it's just the wind's blowing a little, it's just 1,000 sparkles of light. But I've seen it frozen and I've seen it in different ways, and it always just amazes me how beautiful it is. I can only hope that the new owners enjoy this property as much as my family has over the years. There's so many memories here. My little girl would run across the trail over to her grandparents' house, and bring things back or hang out with them, naming the fish and the koi in the lake. We just had so many memories and so much fun here that I hope that whoever lives here has that same kind of wonderful experience that we've had.